Welcome back to Energy and Environment Weekly. If you just joined us, we are now on the environment sector. Energy and Environment had an exclusive interview with the Minister of Environment, MOHAMMED Hussein Abdullahi, and the Minister of Agriculture and Rural Development, Dr. MAHMOOD ABUBAKAR. The two ministries have forged a partnership of collaboration for improved service delivery in the country. Speaking to E&E in this exclusive interview in an occasion with the two ministers during a friendly visit from the Minister of Agriculture, Dr. MAHMOOD ABUBAKAR, to the Ministry of Environment at the Environment Ministries headquarters. Here's the report. It's been barely a week since the redeployment of Mohammed Hussein Abdullahi from the Ministry of Science and Technology, where he served as the Minister of State, to his new portfolio as the Minister of Environment. The minister, having settled into his new office, said he is already acquainted with the environment sector. Earlier, the Minister of Environment, Mohammed Hussein Abdullahi, had a courtesy call from the United Arab Emirates Ambassador to Nigeria, Dr. Fahad Al-Tafaq. He said the ambassador's visit is part of his mandate to pursue bilateral relationships with Nigeria.
Okay, he actually visited as part of his mandate to pursue bilateral relationship with the country in multiple areas. He was interested in having an engagement with the Ministry of Environment, particularly on the area of climate change. And he was also interested in the recent program that we launched, which is to do with the Nigeria's government intervention in semi-arid landscapes of northern Nigeria, which is the Agriculture program. He was quite interested, and he was looking forward to even supporting the program. He was also looking at the second leg, which I advised him to see my colleague, elder brother, the Minister of Agriculture, which is to do with cooperation in terms of agricultural production and export of agricultural produce. Luckily, coincidentally rather, my brother just drove him to have a look at what I'm doing, and to advise me. I haven't been here before as Minister of Environment. So basically, that's what we discussed. It's ongoing bilateral relationship between UAE and Nigeria in the areas of environment, basically, particularly climate change, and then support for agriculture program.
Okay, sir. I would like to say congratulations on your new appointment.
Thank you.
I should have said that first. Now that you're the Minister of Environment, I'm pretty sure you met a lot of ongoing projects on ground. What are we looking at? What are you looking at? What areas particularly pricks your interest the most?
What we are guided by what we call the deliverables or mandates given to every ministry. The areas basically focus on the organic cleanup. It also focus on a massive national tree planting campaign to fight desertification. It also focus on doing the best the ministry can do to mitigate the effect of carbon emission. And so there are a myriad of programs and fighting erosion, etc. We are focused on those key deliverables as directed by Mr. President.
Okay, sir. Final question, sir. Yesterday we saw the wildlife event whereby poaching has made a lot of animals in Nigeria and Africa in general have gone extinct. What security measures are we looking at would be introduced to curb this menace?
Okay, the strategy we launched yesterday is basically going to engage not just the security agencies, but all stakeholders, conservationists, the diplomatic community, civil society organizations, and as you mentioned, most importantly, security operatives, whether paramilitary or civil military organizations. So we're going to involve the customs, the DSS, the EFCC, the police, the army, to ensure that we track these offenders and then we prosecute them so that we can eliminate crimes against our wildlife and our forests.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. On his part, the immediate past Minister of Environment, whom was redeployed by President Muhammadu Buhari to head the Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development, Dr. MAHMOOD ABUBAKAR, said his ministry will continue to collaborate with the Ministries of Environment and Water Resources respectively. He said this is because the three ministries are interwoven.
Thank you.
So you were recently, not recently anymore, redeployed to the Ministry of Agriculture. I know that you're an environmentalist by profession. Tell us, what have you been doing in the agricultural sector?
Well, agri and environment are inseparable, and water. But environment is really the focal point. Everything revolves around the environment. If you have good, clean, quality environment, everything else works just right. Then agri, especially with the coming of His Excellency President Muhammadu Buhari, he has focused on agricultural sector development. Why? Because again, once you have the agricultural sector in place, every other economic sectors can leverage on that and develop, which is why today America is still working very well because they have one of the most sophisticated agricultural sector. So what have I been doing? Collaborating, of course, with such as Ministry of Environment here, Ministry of Water Resources, Ministry of Health. Agri also has the connection. Environment, everything is interconnected. If we don't have good, healthy, quality soil environment or air quality, precipitation from the forest that the Ministry of Environment is trying to protect will have reduced rainfall. The more forest you have, the more rainfall because of the addition of moisture in the air from the trees. So it's all interconnected. But in particular, my mandate to make sure we provide the best food security that any country can provide to its citizens, especially having over 200 million Nigerians. And Mr. President appropriately focus on agricultural sector development. For the first time in the last 7 years or so, farmers, especially smallholder farmers, have gotten more money for their labor than ever before because the government has been providing a lot of support, services, capacity building, building cooperatives, which is what the rest of the world does. So really, it's not that much of a departure from when I was here to now that I am in the agri sector, because it's all interconnected. That is why this AgriSide program, project, contains these three ministries: environment, water, and agri. Together, they can make the environment, the agriculture, water, everything work well.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah,